Hello everyone. This video I wanted to highlight some things that I just found out and some things that I will look into in the future videos on my channel, and I will talk why I am looking into this topic. So I'm basically testing some new, not really new, but some motherboards that I just bought from a reseller for some builds, which are this ASRock B760M, the B760M Gaming XIX, and then I have this previous system that I was already that I had already built, and then I was trying to upgrade to a 12700 KF with a big B760M mortar Wi-Fi motherboard. So these are not really motherboards that are in the same price category, because the ASRock is 80 euros, this one is 150, and the mortar is 190 euros. So it's actually like the mortar is double the price of the ASRock one. Also, the CPUs that I'm testing are the 12400F and the 12700KF. So again, through quite different price brackets. One is double the price than the other. So first of all, let me talk a little bit about the different dies for Alder Lake. There are two different dies. This one is a H0 die. You can see that from the back of the chip and the size of the capacitor mask something. And this one is 6 cores, only performance cores, and it is used for the 12400 and the 12100F CPUs. So 12500 and 12600. So all those CPUs that have only 6 performance cores or 4 performance cores. Here you can see a 12500 with the same H0, 12100F, again H0, and here you have a 12400. This one has C0. As you can see, the pattern is different here. You can tell from this space is also occupied by some capacitor and stuff. So this is actually a 6 core that was cut down from a 8+8 core, which is the same that is used on chips like this, the 12600 KF. This one has 6 performance and 4 efficiency cores, and then also of course the higher SKUs with the 8 efficiency cores, like the 12900 or the 13500, which is 13 gen by name, but is actually a 12 gen core, which is 6+8, and the 12700 KF, which is 8+6+4. So all of these chips are Alder Lake. Why am I focusing on Alder Lake in 2024 late, when the new Core Ultra has come out? Well, of course, because Alder Lake has very good memory performance, DDR5 performance. Even thought it was the first platform to actually use DDR5, as far as I know. It still has some of the best performance for that kind of memory, because it's smaller in the die space than the Raptor Lake, and most of all, it doesn't suffer from the same Raptor Lake issues. So I don't consider Raptor Lake as a viable platform, because I don't trust Intel to have fixed the problem that they had. Maybe they did, but it's not up to me to discover, and I don't really see the benefit for my kind of use tasks, which are music production and gaming and modeling, 3D modeling. Like, multi-core performance is a very niche application for actual CPUs, because most of the multi-threaded stuff is on the GPU nowadays. So I think that all the efficiency cores for Raptor Lake was a huge waste of die space just to claim the top spot for some benchmarks. Yeah, and so in my previous channel, which I was doing before starting this one, and which is still active, but I post mostly Italian videos there, I used to have a long series about undervolting for Alder Lake, because it was a huge mess. It is still a huge mess. I mean, it's more of a mess now than it was before for some reason, and that's what I found out by shooting this upgrade for the B760M mortar, and you will see about that in the next videos. It is basically boiling down to the issues with the current exhaustion protection, which is a form of undervolting lock that they put on the chips, where if the voltage is too low, the CPU will down clock itself in a shadow way, in a ghostly, like in a weird way, which you don't see the clock drop, but you will see like half performance and half the power consumption at some point. And this is also referred as clock stretching, and it really comes and goes without any meaningful reason. Like, it's supposed not to happen on the unlocked CPUs, but it now does on the unlocked CPUs. Well, it's supposed to work on the locked ones, but it doesn't on the locked ones on the MSI boards. So it's a real, like, there is no pattern here that makes any sense. And so that's why I wanted to start this new series in late 2024, still looking into Alder Lake undervolting once again. I don't really know if it's gonna be something that is useful for a long time, because maybe the next microcode Intel will also again change this. I don't know, but at least I have some reference point for these latest builds, because I think that I will build in with Alder Lake for a long time in the future, because the new AMD CPUs are not that good for gaming, except for the 3D one, and the new Intel CPUs are obviously atrocious for gaming. So the 12400F remains my go-to CPU for most builds, because it's insanely affordable, and the performance, especially when you tune the memory, is like, the value is just so good. So I'm still building with the 12400 as the basis for my Hackintosh builds for audio production, and as my gaming build for on Windows, and I'm still using the 12500 for audio builds, while I'm like testing now the AMD CPUs, which are the 8600G and 8700G, so the iGPU ones, which have a monolithic die, but that will go for another video because I don't have time for that now. And that's for the braid, and keep subscribed and keep watching for the next videos. Ciao!